Hi, this is Jim Stewart with Breaking into SAP. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about the state of SAP training and really the reason why I created Breaking into SAP 3.0. As I was going through this course, I haven't launched it since 2009, so it's been some years. I was thinking about all the questions, all the students I've worked with over the years, and what it comes down to is that SAP training as it is today is just completely inadequate. It fails to address all the steps, all the issues that you're going to encounter along the way. And it really only, if you think about it, it only focuses on, it's a very narrow in scope. It's sort of, at its best, and a lot of SAP training is not very good, but at its best, it addresses just this one tiny slice of a project. It's just the configuration and sort of technical training that you will employ on a very small slice of a project if you, in fact, are actually working on the realization or construction phase of a project. It's just the config for just one phase of a project. And as you can see here, this is just one tiny step along the way on the path of SAP implementation and software ownership. Now, if you really understand software and know it from a software engineering perspective, you know that maintenance and support comprises 75% of the total cost of ownership of software, and SAP is certainly no different. And how much attention in your conventional SAP training is paid to the software maintenance support phase of the project? I mean, this is where 75% of the costs related to software are. And it's also where 75% of the jobs related to software are. But, it's never mentioned, again, in your conventional SAP training. Nobody talks about maintenance and support. No, they're really focused on, let's say HANA configuration, BIBW configuration, or coding, ABAP coding. And again, it's just one part. It's one part of the process. So that's what I wanted to tell you about is I feel like one of the reasons I developed Breaking into SAP is so that you can understand in depth the full process, the step-by-step process that you can use to have a successful career in SAP. And it includes understanding how to gauge demand for a particular skill set. People come to me saying, Jim, I want to learn HANA. And I say, look, there's only 10 HANA openings in the entire world. Why would you do that? Now, of course, it's going back down to they're cutting right down to here to the realization phase of a project and saying, I want something very, very specific. So I bring people back and I say, well, let's step through this process. Let's look and see if there's sufficient demand to warrant your precious time and money. Okay. Then we go and we talk about how to build a CV, how to build, I call it a recruiter magnet to attract attention. You're going to have, I want getting 2 to 3 phone calls a day and between 5 and 10 emails inquiries a day, asking them, come join our project, come join me. And if you're not getting that, you're missing something here. I teach my students how to interact with clients on their interviews and how to negotiate the all-important contract or salary or whatever it is they want. And this is, again, it's step by step, and it's important that you start at the beginning and then you move stepwise here. The other thing to highlight about SAP training is really it's limited to just this technical matter and really configuration. Even if you get some more comprehensive project training, it really just starts here at project preparation. This is the software development lifecycle, which you should recognize. It starts here at project prep. Through to maintenance, and again, nobody's talking about maintenance and support. Nobody's talking about what to do via cutover and go live and testing. But the very best training really is limited to the implementation phase, stuff that happens here. It's limited to here, and it's limited really to the config. Nobody in the world is talking about what I actually think is the most important, and that is all of this stuff here. Okay? The mechanics of actually identifying the hottest areas in SAP, which I go over in Breaking into SAP, how to create a recruiter magnet, how to win the interviews, and how to negotiate the very best contracts. So in my mind, this is the most important stuff. how to get the job, how to position yourself appropriately, how to win every interview, as I do. Nobody's talking about that at all or addressing it at all. And I think that's at least half of your battle. And if they address the training at all, it's mostly here in the software development lifecycle. And again, really limited to just configuration. So listen, I just wanted to highlight that my opinion here about what is wrong with the current state of affairs in SAP training. I think there are other systematic problems, but we'll get to that later. And I wanted to let you know that I'm getting ready to release Breaking into SAP 3.0 because it's an important course. I've been working on it for 5 years. It hasn't been this course has been closed I think since 2009. So get ready for an exciting new materials here in Breaking into SAP 3.0, and get ready to learn how to start from scratch and get a job in SAP. Okay, it's not that hard. People do it all the time, and I want to help you do it too. So this is Jim Stewart with SAP Cookbook and Breaking into SAP 3.0.